I'm not singing too well. I haven't sung in a long time, and I've been busy doing other things. So maybe we'll sing one we know, okay?
We got married in a fever.
Johnny Cash didn't just become one of the most recognizable voices in American music. He became something bigger than that. A storyteller, a rebel, and for a lot of folks, the sound of honesty itself. Because when Johnny Cash sang, it never sounded like an act. It sounded like the truth. He was born February 26, 1932, in Kingsland, Arkansas. Cotton country. Hard times country. His family worked the fields during the Depression years, and young Johnny grew up hearing gospel music in church, folk songs around the house, and the quiet rhythm of rural life. And here's the thing. Those early sounds would stay with him forever. You can hear Arkansas in Johnny Cash's voice, even decades later. After high school, Cash joined the United States Air Force in 1950. He was stationed in Germany, working as a Morse code interceptor. But during those long nights overseas, he started writing songs. Songs about home. Songs about faith. Songs about people trying to make sense of life. When he returned to the United States in 1954, he moved to Memphis, Tennessee. And Memphis, back then, was the center of a musical revolution. One day in 1955, Johnny Cash walked into Sun Records. That little studio run by Sam Phillips, the same place where Elvis Presley had just started making waves. Cash brought two musicians with him, Marshall Grant on bass, Luther Perkins on guitar. And together they created something simple, but unforgettable. That famous boom chicka boom rhythm. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't complicated, but it was unmistakable. Johnny Cash's first hit came in 1955 with Cry, Cry, Cry. And then, in 1956, came the song that changed everything, I Walk the Line, a promise of loyalty written for his first wife, Vivian. That song climbed to #1 on the country charts and crossed over to the pop charts too. Suddenly, Johnny Cash was a national star. But listen, he didn't look like the other country singers of the time. No rhinestones, no flashy outfits, just black clothing and that deep voice. Before long, people started calling him the Man in Black. Through the late 1950s and into the 1960s, the hits kept coming. Folsom Prison Blues, Don't Take Your Guns to Town, Ring of Fire. That last one, released in 1963, became one of the biggest songs of his career. Written by June Carter and Merle Kilgore, it captured the fire and trouble of falling in love. And that love story, between Johnny Cash and June Carter, would become one of country music's most famous. But life for Johnny Cash wasn't always steady. Fame came fast. Touring was constant. And like many artists of that era, he struggled with addiction. By the mid-1960s, his career was starting to slip. Radio stations were playing him less. Concerts became unpredictable. Some folks thought Johnny Cash might fade away. But that's not how this story ends. Because in January 1968, Johnny Cash walked into Folsom State Prison in California. Not as an inmate, as a performer. He had always felt a connection to people living on the margins of society. And when he sang Folsom Prison Blues inside those prison walls, the audience knew he understood something about struggle. The live album, At Folsom Prison, became a massive hit. It didn't just revive his career. It reminded the world who Johnny Cash really was. A voice for outsiders. A voice for people who felt forgotten. A few months later, Johnny Cash married June Carter. And together, they became one of country music's great partnerships. In 1969, he launched The Johnny Cash Show on ABC television. Week after week, he welcomed artists from every corner of American music. Bob Dylan, Louis Armstrong, Neil Young, and traditional country legends too. Cash wasn't interested in musical boundaries. He cared about songs and stories. Through the 1970s and 1980s, Johnny Cash remained a towering figure in country music. His voice aged, grew deeper, heavier with life. But that only made the songs stronger. And then, late in his life, something remarkable happened. In the 1990s, producer Rick Rubin approached Johnny Cash with a simple idea. Strip everything down. Just Johnny Cash and a guitar. The result was the American Recording Series. And suddenly, a new generation discovered him. Songs like Hurt and The Man Comes Around showed a voice shaped by decades of experience. Johnny Cash passed away on September 12, 2003. But listen, some artists fade with time. Johnny Cash didn't. Because the stories he told about struggle, redemption, faith, and forgiveness, those stories never get old. And the truth is, that deep Arkansas voice still echoes through American music today. And for a lot of folks, Johnny Cash will always be the man who proved that country music could speak for everyone.
Hey y'all, check out our new website at classiccountrytv.com. Thanks to all of you for your support. Like, comment, and share with a friend if something resonates with you.